Today we are taking a look at the Marin Kitagawa Veronica version figure from My Dress Up Darling. This is the Veronica version in the Coreful line by Taito. My Dress Up Darling is a romance comedy series centered on cosplay, costume making, and the relationship between Wakana Gojo and Marin Kitagawa as they work through different cosplay projects together. Marin Kitagawa is one of the central characters of the series, known for her outgoing personality, strong enthusiasm for cosplay, and direct way of expressing what she loves. Today's highlights for this figure are the distinctive jagged teeth and three-dimensional mouth, the tight top with the intentionally open space at the center, and the real chain used across the figure. The first highlight is the distinctive jagged teeth and three-dimensional mouth. The mouth is opened wide, with the upper and lower jagged teeth placed at different heights inside the mouth. The white teeth, the reddish inner mouth, and the outer edge of the lips are clearly separated, so the expression has real depth at the center of the face. The second highlight is the tight top and the intentionally open space. The white top holds the outer area of the chest, then changes into two thin belts near the center. The vertical opening between those belts, together with the silver buckles, makes the tightened parts and the open center read clearly as separate areas. The third highlight is the real chain. The chain is not plastic. It is a real chain connected from the wrist restraints, around the waist area, and between the ankle restraints. Because the arms are spread outward, the chain is used as part of the pose, creating a clear flowing line around the body. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The head is built around the open mouth, and that is the first part that draws attention. The jagged teeth are arranged along both the upper and lower sides of the mouth, with each tooth pointing inward. The upper teeth extend downward from the edge of the mouth, while the lower teeth rise from the bottom of the mouth, giving the opening a clear sense of depth. Inside the mouth, the white teeth, the reddish inner area, and the outer edge of the lips are separated, so the smile does not read as a flat line. It has a clear opening placed at the center of the face, and the roundness from the cheeks toward the chin continues around that mouth shape. Only one eye is clearly shown, while the other side is covered by the hair. The visible eye creates the main direction of the gaze on its own. The eyelid is narrow and slightly lowered, with the white of the eye, the yellow iris, and the dark center layered inside it. Because of that, the eye feels sharp and controlled against the stronger expression of the mouth. A short eyebrow line sits above the eye, partly under the hair, helping the expression stay focused. From the visible eye down to the open mouth, the face naturally leads the viewer toward the jagged teeth. The hair is a short white hairstyle, with the front hair falling deeply over the face. The front strands change length as they move over the eye area, beside the cheek and closer to the chin. One larger strand covers part of the face and hides one eye, while the outer strands end in pointed tips around the cheek. Near the neck, shorter strands overlap with the skin and the collar area, making the space around the face feel dense. On the backside, the hair gathers short at the nape, with grooves running down from the top and dividing the hair flow. The longer front strands and the shorter back strands meet around the neck, placing the hair tips, skin, and collar close together. The upper body begins at the neck, where a white collar wraps around the skin and a large silver buckle sits at the front. The collar reads as a separate piece, with the narrow band circling the neck and the front buckle changing the shape and thickness at the center. A small hole is visible inside the buckle, and the nearby hair tips overlap close to this area. This makes the line from the face drop naturally toward the neck hardware before moving down into the torso. The torso leaves a large amount of skin visible from the shoulders through the chest and down toward the abdomen. The white top holds the outer area of the chest, then changes into two thin belts near the center. Between those two belts, a vertical open space is left at the front. Each belt has its own silver buckle, so the skin, white straps, silver hardware, and open space alternate clearly across the center of the chest. Along the lower edge of the chest, the top overlaps the roundness of the body, making the boundary between the outfit and the skin easy to follow. The arms are spread out to both sides, and the pose makes strong use of the length and movement of the chain. Since the arms are opened away from the body, the chain does not simply hang from the wrists. It drops from the wrist restraints, then turns around the outside of the torso toward the waist area. From the front, the eye moves from the chest belts to the wrist restraints, then follows the black line of the chain downward. This makes the wide arm pose and the presence of the chain work together. The fingers are opened widely, and the long white nails continue the sharp impression all the way to the tips of the hands. Black wrist restraints are wrapped around the wrists, and the chain is connected from them. This chain is not plastic, it is a real chain, with each link continuing separately from the next. After hanging from the wrists, it curves naturally toward the waist area. On the backside, the chain crosses below the back, passing between the open skin area, the white top, and the upper edge of the shorts. The collar, wrist restraints, and chain are placed in different areas, but they connect the face, arms, and outer line of the torso with the same visual direction. The lower body is built around white short shorts, with the upper edge following the curve of the waist. At the front center, a vertical seam line runs downward, and below the silver buckle at the waist, small folds spread into the cloth. The front fabric is short, ending close to the top of the thighs, where it changes clearly into exposed skin. This keeps the open skin layout from the upper body continuing naturally into the lower body. On the side areas, the shorts include vertical slits, separating the front and back fabric so the thighs are shown more widely. The white fabric hangs only a short distance from the outer waist, while the inside of the slit leaves a vertical area of skin open. Because of that, the covered sections and the exposed sections are clearly divided. The lower end of the slit stops near the upper thigh, and the leg line continues downward from the edge of the shorts. On the back side, the shorts spread around the lower waist, with the center seam and short hem creating the transition from the waist to the legs. The legs narrow gently from the thighs through the knees and calves, then connect to the black ankle restraints. Each ankle restraint sits over the skin as a ring, dividing the foot area in the same way the wrist restraints divide the hands. From the ankle restraints, the real chain crosses over the base, with the links hanging in a loose curve between the feet. The bare toes have white nails, connecting visually with the long white nails on the hands. Around the feet, the ankle restraints, chain, and printed design on the base sit close together, so the outfit details and accessory flow continue all the way to the bottom of the figure. This figure is approximately 18 centimeters tall. That's about 7.1 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Marin Kitagawa by Taito stands out because this figure brings together the open mouth, sharp teeth, white short hair, collar, restraints, and real chain into one very clear design. The face gives the strongest first impression. The visible yellow eye is narrow and controlled, while the wide open mouth creates the main impact at the center. The jagged teeth are separated from the reddish inner mouth, so the expression has depth instead of feeling flat. The white hair supports that expression by covering one side of the face and dropping pointed strands around the cheek and neck. The upper body continues that impact through the white collar, the tight top, and the open space at the center of the chest. The two thin belts and silver buckles make the front layout easy to read, with the outfit holding the outer area while leaving a vertical opening in the middle. The arms spread out to both sides, and that pose makes strong use of the real chain connected to the wrist restraints. Since the chain is not plastic, the separate links create a natural curve as they move from the wrists toward the waist area. The lower body keeps the same direction with the white short shorts, the waist buckle, and the side slits that show the thighs more clearly. The black ankle restraints connect the lower body back to the wrist restraints, and the real chain crossing over the base gives the feet a direct link to the rest of the design. The bare toes with white nails also connect visually with the long white nails on the hands. What makes the figure especially effective is the way all of these parts connect through the full pose. The eye can move from the jagged teeth to the collar, from the chest buckles to the wrist restraints, and then down through the waist and ankle chain without getting stuck. Because of that, fans of My Dress Up Darling or Marin Kitagawa will likely enjoy this piece very much. Collectors who like sharp expressions, bold outfit layouts, and figures that use real accessory parts as part of the pose should find it a very satisfying addition. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.